Hi, boys and girls. So we're going to do Science Day 4 for Thursday, March 26th. So this is your fourth day of week 2. So please make sure you're on class pages, science, and make sure you click on week 2. And as always, click on week 2 assignments. So far, we are halfway done. More than halfway done. We already did our motion and matter investigations. We learned about Pluto. We read about fixing bikes. Now we have these two. Now both of these two, one is a reading. The study guide is what you have to read. So when you click on it, it will download and then it'll pop up. So this is the story we are reading. It's the energy guide. And then after that, you click on the second one, which is the worksheet. When you click on it, it will download down here, and I already have it popped up. So it'll be this worksheet. And all you have to do is circle the right answers, or like question 2, you would just have to write quickly in that box. Nothing crazy. Just tell me a difference between something. But before I go over this, let's read the story. It's 4 pages long, but it's not that bad. There are some checkpoints in this, so I will ask you questions throughout this. The checkpoints you do not need to write on this paper. You can do the checkpoint from this video. So if I ask you a question, just comment below in the video. You do not have to write it on paper, okay? Just comment in my video. This is the only thing I want you to do for science today. After you read the study guide, then answer the questions. All right, but if there's questions in the study guide, don't answer them, just answer them on this YouTube video. All right, so we're going to be learning about energy. There are 2 types of energy. Energy is the ability to do work. There are 2 types of energy. One type of energy is energy that is waiting to happen but has not happened yet. This is called potential energy. Another type of energy is called kinetic energy. This type of energy is energy that is happening right now. So here's your first lesson checkpoint. I'm going to say the question and you're going to comment below in the video. You do not need to write it on this paper. So what is the difference between potential energy and kinetic energy? Comment below. Again, the answers are right here, so tell me what the difference is between potential energy and kinetic energy. Energy has the ability to change from one to another. Potential energy can change to kinetic energy. An example of potential energy changing into kinetic energy is someone who is sitting at the top of a slide just about to go down, potential energy. And then as the person slides down the slide, the energy changes to kinetic energy. Now we're going to learn about forms of energy. There are many forms of energy. Chemical energy holds the particles of matter together and is stored energy that is waiting to happen. Batteries are an example of a chemical energy. The chemicals in the batteries interact together and release chemical energy as electrical energy, which sends electrical power to the toy or appliance that is running on the battery power. The foods that we eat have chemical energy. Chemical energy in food gets changed into mechanical energy, which is what helps us move our arms, our legs, and our other body parts. Mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is energy that is happening or waiting to happen, so it includes both the potential and the kinetic energy of an object. Electrical energy. Electrical energy is the movement of electrical charges, which creates electricity. This energy is moved from one place to another through wires. An electrical charge is a very small amount of energy. An electrical current is the movement of electrical energy from one place to another through wires. Here's another lesson checkpoint. Again, you can answer this question in the YouTube video. You do not need to write it on paper. So, who could tell me, what is an electrical charge? What is an electrical charge? Your answer's over here where it says what electrical charge is. Tell me what electrical charge is. When energy changes form, heat is given off. For example, when you rub your hands together quickly back and forth, you are creating heat energy. You could feel the heat energy in your hands. So if you want to give that a try, give that a try. If you rub your hands together quickly back and forth, you're going to start feeling that your hands are getting hot. That's called heat energy. Matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles. The particles that make up matter move because they are energy. Heat causes the particles that make up matter to move faster. Thermal energy moves from warmer matter to cooler matter. If you place a cool object in warm liquid, thermal energy will move from the warm liquid to the cool object. When the object and liquid become the same temperature, the flow of heat energy will stop. Heat energy can make matter change states. Heat energy can cause water that is a solid form as an ice cube changed into a liquid state. An ice cube melts and becomes a liquid when it is heated. Heat energy can also make water boil, causing the water to change states, from being a liquid to becoming a gas as it evaporates into the air as the water boils. Here's another question. What is given off when energy changes form? What is given off when energy changes form? Again, you can find everything in this sentence. In this paragraph, excuse me. We're going to learn about light energy now. Light is also a form of energy. Light is energy that travels at a very high speed. Light can be reflected, which means it bounces off an object. Light can also be absorbed, which means light is taken in by an object. Light travels in a straight line. When an object blocks it, a shadow is created. Some materials are transparent, which means they allow light to pass through clearly without any effects. Other materials are translucent, which means light passes through, but it's not clear. Opaque materials do not allow any light to pass through. Here's another question, and it's the last question. Look around you. Can you see 3 materials that are opaque? Now remember, opaque means it does not allow any light to pass through. So it's solid, meaning no light can go through it. So for example, a rock is opaque. You can't shine a light through it. It's too solid. Okay? However, this is transparent, translucent, which means light can go through that, obviously, because look, I have a window right in front of me. That is translucent energy, meaning light can go right through it. But light cannot go through, let's say, my box over here. So tell me 3 things around you, in your house maybe, and comment below, and tell me 3 things that are opaque in your house, where light cannot go through. Okay, I want to show you something too real quick. Here I have a clipboard, but it's not solid. Can you see that the light is going through it? So is this clipboard translucent or opaque? Comment below. All right, so that's the story. Now, again, all the discussion questions that I just said you can use in the video, answer in the video. But for this, all you're going to do is circle the right answers, or I think number 2, all you have to do is write a quick sentence. So number 1 says, a skier skiing down a mountain has kinetic energy. What does it mean for an object to have kinetic energy? If you don't remember what kinetic energy means, go back to the story and it tells you what kinetic energy means, and then you could circle the right answer. Number 2 says, describe the difference between kinetic and potential energy and name an example of each. So in this little box, you're going to have to write tiny. Tell me what's the difference between kinetic energy and potential energy, and then tell me an example of kinetic energy and tell me an example of potential energy. Number 3, Which of the following objects has kinetic energy? And tell me which of those is kinetic energy. Number 4, heat flows from, and tell me where heat flows from. Here's another one, number 5, where you're going to quickly write, explain renewable and non-renewable energy sources and list them, an example of each. You guys remember this because we read about Energy Island in school. So we know about renewable and non-renewable resources. So that's kind of like a reminder. A blank is an example of potential energy source. So which one of these is potential energy source? And if you don't know, again, go back and find where they talk about potential energy. And I believe there's more down here. So make sure you read to find that answer. Number 7, you quickly have to write, what do you think will happen to the temperature of the spoon that was just put in a very hot mug of hot chocolate? So what's going to happen when you put a spoon in a very hot mug of hot chocolate? What's going to happen to the spoon? The spoon will get blah, 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 blah. Which best describes a non-renewable energy source? And remember, this is just like Energy Island, and select your right answer. Number 9, which of the following sources provides most of the energy on Earth? Does fire, volcanoes, the sun, or water? Which is the most energy? What gives us the most energy on Earth? And then the last one, you're just going to put the letters A, B, C, or D in the right one. So match the term with the correct definition. So over here, a source of chemical energy which provides heat and light. Which one would that be? And you write that letter in the right one. An energy source that comes from the remains of prehistoric plants and animals. Write your answer. Provides most energy on Earth, which is the one that provides the most energy on Earth, which also goes along with number 9. So whatever you wrote for number 9 should be over here. And D, a series of living things that depend on each other for food energy, and you would write the letter in that box. So I'm sending all this to your parents. Like I said, just either print this one out and circle your answers, or you might be able to write on the PDF and circle it. Or if you don't have this and you don't have a printer, just copy the questions in your notebook and circle the answer for me. Okay, guys? And that's it for science. Bye.